Right. I want to give you a little glimpse of different ways our holy rabbis meditated. Here, it's a meditation from Rabbi Noam Elimelech, was one of the very big Hasidic rabbis, like who were followers of the Baal Shem Tov, and he wrote a very famous little book in Hasidut, we call Setel Katan, the small pamphlet or the small manuscript. Um, so right away at the beginning, he gives the type of meditation. It's interesting to see what holy people meditate on. You're going to see it's very intense, let's put it that way. It says like that: at any time when one is free from learning Torah, especially when he has nothing to do and he's sitting alone in his room, or he's lying on his bed and he is not able to sleep, he should have in mind the mitzvah of "and I shall be made holy among the children of Israel," which is basically the mitzvah called Kiddush Hashem, sanctifying Hashem's holy name, even if you have to give up your own life. We know that it has to do especially when you have three cardinal sins that you cannot transgress. You have to give up your life for that, like for Avodah Zarah, idolatry, murder, and Gilu Arayos, which is raping. So for any one of those three, you give up your life. So he's telling you what you should think of when you're alone, and that when you're alone, you have the ability to fulfill this specific mitzvah of Kiddush Hashem, giving up your life. So this is what he said. He should feel in his soul and imagine in his thoughts as if a great fire was burning before him, reaching until heaven. Again, it's all about imagination. Imagine there's a fire, easier with closing your eyes. You close your eyes, imagine there's a huge burning fire right in front of you. And that goes all the way up to heaven. Because of his desire to sanctify Hashem's name, he breaks his natural inclinations for life and throws himself into the fire to sanctify Hashem's name. Okay, this is his meditation. You have to meditate that there are people who wants to, to hurt you, and who wants to push you to transgress the Torah or to go against God, and you're ready to jump in the fire with willingly, out of love for God, so that you are fulfilling one of the highest mitzvah, which is giving up your life for Hashem, to sanctify His name. So now listen to those words. And from this good thought, Hashem will consider it as if He had physically done the act. It's not a little thing here. He's telling you it's as if you actually did the act. Meaning that each time you do this meditation, you do it the right way, it's as if you had died that day and you gave up your life for God. It's a very crazy thought, very awesome. This way, he's not lying or sitting doing nothing. He's fulfilling a positive mitzvah of the Torah. Obviously, there are other mitzvah that you can think of when you can think of the mitzvah of to know Hashem, to love Hashem, to have yirat Hashem. There are 6 constant mitzvahs you can think of, but he's telling you a mitzvah that is a meditation that you can do when you have nothing to do, when you're alone, and it's very deep. So, some of the rabbis said you should say that during Shema, and let me read you the second part that speaks about the meditation. You can use this for the Shema. So he says like that. In the first verse of the Shema, it says Shema Israel, and the first blessing of the Shmoneh Esrei, the 18 blessings, he should have in mind, as above, what we just read. He should also have in mind that should all the nations of the world afflict him with horrible afflictions, they're torturing him. If they should rip the skin from his body in order to make him deny Hashem's oneness, God forbid, he will be willing to bear all the suffering and not agree to them, God forbid. He should imagine with his understanding and thoughts that they are doing this to him. With this, we will have fulfilled the requirements of the Shema and prayer according to the law. So according to Chassidut, the right way to fulfill the mitzvah of saying Shema, and because when you say Shema, you are doing the mitzvah of making God one and of Kiddush Hashem. So to do it properly, you have to imagine that you're ready to die, you're ready to not deny God's oneness, even if He has to give up your life. So it's a deep meditation that is very intense, but we have seen Jews do that in real life during Holocaust, Crusades, all those persecutions. So it's something that they can do, but you can do it. You don't have to go to do it physically. Thank God. You can do it in your home, or basically, like you say, you're waiting in line. You can imagine that you are ready to die. So it's a very deep meditation, but simple to do, but hard to actually feel. Takes time, and it's considered as if you already did. So it's very powerful. And one more idea that I want to share is what is our biggest mantra meditation, our biggest meditation for Jewish people. What's the Jewish meditation per se of the Jewish people? Is the Shema. Each time you say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu, right? We close our eyes, we put our hands, and it's a very deep meditation that we say twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, and it teaches us to disconnect from everything, to go back in that world of alone. And when we say at the end, Shema Yisrael, listen Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, God is our God, Hashem Echad, God is one. When we think of one, we have to think there's nothing else than Hashem. And we try to feel that world of alone. I'm alone, and the only thing that I can think of is Hashem. That everything, all the atoms, all the elements, everything surrounding me is just an illusion. It's all Hashem. We have to, a little bit like in the Matrix, for those who saw the Matrix, we have to really think everything around me, everything that exists, everything physical is just an illusion. The only reality is God. So the problem is that we don't have the eyes to see. We see things in a way that is filtered by our mind and by society and by many things. So we have to learn to remove those limitations, those illusions, and by being able to do that, we will be able to see little by little. It takes years, but you can start seeing spiritual things and start seeing things that other people cannot see, like the aura, stuff like that, or just on a simple level, realizing that everything around you is part of God. Nothing is detached from God. And looking at the world like that, you realize that everything is potential in front of you. Everything it can be talking to you. Everything you can learn from everything that is around you, the good and the bad. So I encourage everybody to, when they say Shema, to look at it as a meditation, not just as a prayer. When you say prayer, we lost, praying today. When we say praying, we don't think of meditation, and we lost that idea. We have to try to bring back that idea that I'm going to pray. When I'm going to pray, I'm getting ready for meditation. Shema is the meditation. Shemona Esrei also is like a meditation, but Shema especially, because that's where we go to the root, that God is one, God is everything, there's only God. The reality, everything is just an illusion. Alright, and we'll shall continue.